Okay, so, HJ. Re-recording my last video, since it was terrible. About 2 seconds apart. Doesn't matter. This is about, well, each one symmetrical. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So, from here, the difference between getting from point A to point B versus point A to point B would probably be around 4 seconds. Note it for any issues what may occur if anyone argues about the timing. And record, go into term, long way first. Team change doesn't work. Don't know why. It's kind of weird, but you know. I pointed out in my last video that it would take quite a few people to stack up that, and being given how close, you know, HA spawns to that, you know, when they get to that point first, so they can drop down and kill people anyway. They could probably drop down, kill 3 people, die, and get there before the 3 raiders got back there. 240 memory on spawn, not the best. Isles has like 223, which is like really good because I'm freaking awesome. Around 52 seconds. Again, I think I saw someone argue that I wasn't cutting corners enough to get to term, but that argument doesn't make sense, since cutting corners might take off a few seconds, trim it down a little bit, but it's not going to create an overall difference. Not in the long run. You know, if the spawning was close, like Isles has like a 3 seconds difference. If you didn't cut corners, it didn't, you know, go the fastest route, you might end up with like closer to 5 seconds, but you're not going to end up with a 5-second difference here versus that. What the fuck? What the hell? Okay, hold on. Gonna go sewer. Remember, 53 seconds for HA, long way. They also have a vent system, which gives them a pretty nice benefit. Why do I get so many DMs? So, this is the, as you saw, sewers don't really have spawn protection, so you the raiders actually spawn facing the wrong direction, which is nice. So, you could just stand here with a sword, you know, where they spawn in, and just kill them on spawn. So that's a heavily decreases any form of quality in the sewer access. We can do the raiders can do the same, but HA also spawn, you know, numerically. You know, it doesn't matter which path they take. It's going to take around, I want to say, 55 seconds. Let me check. 55 seconds. Yeah, so 53, 55. They don't need the sewers. Which is also a huge benefit for raiders to get through even close to HA time. They have to use the sewers. I'm going to show you guys the vent, so I don't have to come back here later. Well, no, I'll show you guys the vent later, like after I die again. No, after I finish the raiders. But another thing, which provides a huge bonus. One is, well, look at the spawns. You have 3 ways out: sewer, front, vent. Huge benefit. Whereas raiders have stairwell, and stacking, which will get you killed anyway. Unless they have some sort of hidden thing, which I can't see because I'm colorblind. Which would be quite something. A huge benefit. Like I was saying with the HA spawns being close. I'm not sure if every single one of these spawn, since they don't have really openness, but if I recall, it's like 5 seconds from this spawn to the other spawn. I will double check. Yeah, around 5 seconds, give or take. It might be closer to 4, like 4:50 or something, but around 5 seconds. Which is a pretty big difference. You know, if you spawn here and you come out and somebody drops on you, you're dead. If you spawned in the back and you saw that guy get dropped on and killed, that person can keep going and then probably get up to the drop point here and either force tie you or kill you too. Because this is a death trap right here. 5 seconds is a huge difference. You know, that's horrible. And I heard once that HA actually used fake spawns. So, what I'm gonna do, unlike last video where I just did it from behind because it seems everybody constantly spawns in this back one. God, I'm gonna spawn. I'm gonna go here. Median point. That one probably doesn't even work. If it does, this won't make as big of a difference anyway. Long way. Actually, I'm gonna do sewer. But, again, I'll reiterate. You know, you can get up here, drop on people. Up here, drop on people. Up here, drop, 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 drop. Congratulations. You made a spawn for raiders that is easier to camp than a Neve fort. Which is made out of frickin' trap points, spawn trap points. And not just, I mean, made out of camping spots. Usually. District uses open source tech, but, or uses tech other clans, including one of Abyssus Draconum's, you know, his clan tech actually. You know, stolen from him by the builder. And Neve uses it. Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't match the quality of the fort either. Yeah, around 55 seconds. Maybe 55-25 or something. Which is basically, I think, pretty sure that was the defender time. But again, like I said, you can camp sewer really easily. So that mitigates that. And I'd like to mention too how hidden paths to make things fair aren't fair. They're hidden paths. You can show everybody, but everybody knows, logically speaking, that most people aren't quite the brightest. Or they're young, or they have bad memory like me. And they won't remember all the hidden paths to make a fort fair. You know? Doing the same spawn point. I think this might actually be one ahead of where I did the other one. So, this is the long way. I think I started moving at like 0.36 or something. I hope nobody pauses the video and goes, oh no, he started at 0.46. You know. I didn't see that happening. It's like when you get into debate and you lay out this huge, really nice argument. You know, you're like, this is an infallible argument with hardcore facts, historical accountings. I cut that corner right there to decrease time, so I'm being generous right now. What you call it? You know, you lay out this thing with a bunch of facts and stuff, and you get one fact wrong. In 5 paragraphs, you get 1 sentence wrong, and that's all people focus on because they're stupid. You know. Again, cutting another corner, decreasing the time even less. Maybe not by a lot, but enough that, you know, nobody's gonna accuse me of being unfair because I'm cutting more corners as raider than I was as defender. Ooh, that's not looking too good. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah, that's unfair. Let me show you guys events and explain why that's unfair in case anyone here actually needs me to tell them why. Ah! Snake, snake, snake! I hope people get that reference. It's from Metal Gear Solid. So anyway, let me just... Again, I'm being generous because, you know, I know this fort's unfair. And I know that little things like this won't make that much of a difference with such an unfair base. But yeah, okay, started at like, moving at like 0.25. You can get up onto the freaking HA spawns, by the way. I'm not sure if you can get into camping spots or unlock some secret hidden frickin' cult magic type crap, you know, but you can get through there. It's probably so people don't get caught on the roof, but If any BS happens during the war, like people dropping from the roofs, I want it to be known now that I know that you can get out of their spawn. Fix the team change thing too. I don't understand how you're still using a broken one. So, as you saw, I could gaze through that bottom vent. So, if Raiders coming, Raiders and defenders usually come in packs what can be collateral. One lagger, or even just one decent sword fighter, can drop down after the first guy passes, or when they see the first guy, or when they see someone, and drop down and kill them. You know, which would be annoying. Vents would have to be closed off. I think I'm still recording the time. I don't know why I started that, but I was screwing around for a bit, but I think the difference last time I recorded was like 3 seconds or something. I'd like to reiterate, this is bad. The contact count is insane. That's gonna cause a lot of lag. It's like they unioned everything or something. Yeah, that's not accurate. I want to say it's 1 minute 3 seconds last time I timed it. Yeah, still quicker than Raiders. You know. Yeah. I was gonna show my preferred things. I'm not sure if there's some hidden away over here or something. What if the roof is non-clad? Okay, the roof is can-clad. Yeah. Gonna show some issues. I can do one of these recordings and show people and walk around and crap for the aisles as well. You know, you can't really call a freaking recording what you're watching on for it. It's not like I stopped at any point. Like, okay, time to time the Raiders. Countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then I start going as a Raider. Nah, it doesn't happen. I'm recording it with the stopwatch right here. Yeah. So, if let me count. Let me do a timer to say where I want the whatchamacallit, the sewer access to be. You get started at like 0.23. You can't use these, they're invis walls too. So it's not like you can just climb up and then frickin' parkour hardcore up there or anything. I want sewer entrance to be here. 15 seconds was the time I got. 15 seconds from Raider spawn. Let me check HA spawn and see what time that is, because I'm willing to bet it's actually under 15 seconds. I wouldn't be willing to bet money. I'd be willing to bet a handshake on it. I'm not a big gambler. I can just reset what I'm doing walking. You can say, well, you know, there's not that big a difference between down there and up there. There's a huge difference. One, the staircase, it takes longer. Two, the camping spots. I do want the Raider spawn moved up as well. So, if the Raider spawns are moved up, or something like that happens, I can even do it for you, since, you know, I dev for enough clans. You know, I'm not gonna leak tech. I've never leaked tech. And, yeah, I can move this stuff up and fix things. This is like, I want to see 10 seconds. Yeah, like 9 seconds. I was close. Yeah, so 9 seconds, 15 seconds. It might mitigate a little bit of the unfairness, but again, you can camp. Sewer exit. Be like, okay, cha. Wait, what the fuck? How long was that? Let me check. Let me check the Raider one, actually. That was definitely long enough to kill somebody. You know, I'm gonna time that. I'm gonna start timing when I go through the teleport. That's like 3, 4 seconds. Now let me check Raider 1. I'm pretty sure. Let me check how long it takes for them to get to Raider Sewer. And I'm gonna check how long it takes for Raiders to get to Raider Sewer. That'll provide some interesting feedback. CPU, GPU. Receive is a little bit high, I think. Oh, but didn't pass it. No, I'm good. Oh, here it is. Okay. 31 seconds around abouts. Okay. You're gonna need to account for the drop time as well. Okay, that was instant. Yep, okay, that's unfair. Whoever did that thought they could get one up on me. Honestly, what the hell? Why would you even need to make that unfair? You literally spawn closer to your sewer entrance. The sewers are the only fair part time-wise of this whole fort, and even then raiders still have like a second or two later, which isn't that big a deal. I wouldn't pick on that if it was the main entrance. But being as though the main raider path is like, what is it, like 10, 20 seconds, probably 15 to 20 seconds freaking late compared to the raider team. Yeah, I'm gonna nitpick that. You could probably just reduce the contact count here by just expanding these and getting rid of these little details which are completely unneeded. This is probably a union right here, I don't know. Yeah. Removing unnecessary detailing is a major part because your contact rendering isn't based off of what you're touching, it's proximity based. Like 18 contacts, 39 contacts. Yeah, 39 throughout. 47 here. Yeah, back to 18. Proximity based rendering of contacts. That door leads to an above raider term, and it's locked. Oof. You could probably actually use the same amount of parts, but had a better looking model. And you wouldn't have needed to detail the other side. Just a heads up. This roofing is way too detailed as well. I get it from an aesthetic standpoint. If there weren't as many points or instances here, then I would be like, oh, that's a pretty good idea. It looks pretty nice. It does look nice. I like that. It's pretty subtle detailing. But being as though this is a fort and it does have a lot of parts and a lot of contacts, I want to say around, let me check. I was going to say 5,000, around 15,000 freaking more parts than Floating Islands does. Pretty big issue. So, yeah. I don't see, unless you guys have a hidden entrance. For hidden, what the hell? Hidden path for, raiders. I don't see how this can be fair. If y'all can disprove me, well, it's still unfair in the fact that you had to, like, show me some hidden way through or something. You know? It isn't like you had an obvious way through. It's just walking in a straight path like most people do. I set it up so Isles isn't just a linear-based pathway like most forts. Lots of people don't notice the difference between my style of building and others, but I tend to allow people freedoms to exercise their own tactical ability. I try my best to, at least. Even the bunker one, which people said was maze-like, which would make it a bit unfair. But I also had the spawns completely fair and just reflected it over. So it wasn't at all unfair on that level. The only level it could be considered unfair would have been the knowing the paths. But though it was so simple, I don't understand how people got lost. That was confusing. I hated how many people are like, ah, this is maze-like. Well, maybe if you weren't autistic, it'd be easier to follow a simple path. Yeah, I think that's all here. Remember, it'd take like a lot of people to stack up the walls. So if someone goes, well, stacking make this fair, tell them, well, autism is a mental illness many people have, and I'm sure you can get some disability from it. Because, let me think. Yeah, that's, I want to say 9 people, but I'm sure I'm being a little bit biased in that, and it's more like 5 to 7 people to stack up, unless you frogged or glitched up or something, which not gonna do anyway. Glitching isn't allowed. Frog jumping is a glitch, prohibited. Yeah. And people are going to be dropping. You know, like I said, AJ spawns right there, so it's not like we can stack anywhere up here without freaking having some AJ guy drop down, kill us, and then even if he dies, he'll come back and then drop on the exact same people, and maybe he'll even have a second friend since, you know, this path here is easy to camp. Heck, you just put you put 5 HA up here on this staircase, and what is anybody gonna do? What's gonna happen? If HA is half decent at sword fighting, that is. Not saying they're not. I'm just saying, if that doesn't work at this fort, then trainings are needed. But yeah, gonna need to make that more fair. I can write down some ways to make it more fair. Yeah, that's it. This is a pretty long recording. I'm sorry for that, but there's a lot to cover. I can do one for Isles if you guys find this educational.